Creators, and today we're looking at the Home Depot lineup. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we have the video. I'm gonna play it first, and then I'm gonna go over it because, all right, I'll just show you it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 12-foot animated hovering witch. This one I like a lot. Now, she is as tall as the... I almost said little Skelly Bones from Spirit. But it's almost as tall as, as tall as 12-foot skeleton. She is really cool. You can see the green and purple LED lights shining onto her very nice detailed face. Now let's get a closer image of her. Right here. This is a good image of her. Look at her. She has DG eyes. I love DG eyes, but they do tend to break. Jerry's not doing too well. Jerry is our DGI skeleton. He's kind of breaking. We might have, yeah. I like her hands and stuff too. Like, the clothing is a lot like a witch. She completely resembles a witch that is classic. Like a classic witch, except it's floating. Like, there's no poles here. It's just all the weight to support her is in the broom, which that is amazing. And if you want to know if something's 12 foot or not, you can tell by their stand. Actually, it's hard to tell, but the stand, there's a stand, and yeah. Now here's another image of her. Her jaw movement is a bit, it doesn't open as much. That's one thing I don't really like about it, just to be honest. The witch hat, it's a normal witch hat, as you can guess. The face looks plastic, which, material-wise, Home Depot uses it a lot, and Spirit, they have a company that uses plastic, so it doesn't mean it's a necessary bad animatronic that use plastic, but because they could be more detailed, because plastic gives them more options to detail it. So I really like this. The broom is just normal broom. I don't know really what else to say. So the next animatronic is there we go. 6-foot animated Illuminated wizard. I like him a lot, actually. Let's get an image of him here talking. Yeah, I like the mouth movement. This one's good. He has a latex face, I can already tell by the looks of the face. Now, I believe they gave us a close-up image of his face right here. Yeah, it's a latex face, which I love latex faces. They're definitely my favorite type. I don't know how many animatronics that we have latex faces. I think almost everyone. I like the beard. The attention to the beard is also really good too. Like, you can see it here. I like how it moves with the mouth. And the staff has LED lights in it. Same with his magic ball, which, that is really cool. The clothing represents a wizard straight out of the times of before, like, mountain times and stuff like that, like the good old days. You can see it here, like, with the purple and then black in the middle of his robe. Really cool. The LED lights in his eyes. I like how much, like, they lighted him up with so many lights. That is a feature I like. I like animatronics that have light up stuff, so you can see them in the dark and stuff. Anyway, I guess that's all to say with this guy, so moving on to the next, which is... the 6-foot spirit twins. 2 pairs, so there's 2 of them that come with it. 6 foot, it's 6 feet, which is a good height. A lot of animatronics that are sold actually are the same height. It's the average height. That's why. You can see it here. I like the glowing, like, I love animatronics or hanging props. Oh yeah, by the way, this is hanging as well. I love props that, like, have lights that glow through the skin and stuff. It's really cool. That's a feature I always like. This one looks way more see-through, like, and that represents a ghost completely. I love ghost props. They work great in graveyards. So if you have a good graveyard, I'd say this is a pretty good prop to have with it. Looks like it's a plastic face with clothing that is probably leather. No, not leather. I don't know my materials well, but it's a normal clothing material for sure. Like cloth. It's cloth. And I like even how the LED lights are in her hands. Like, it must involve a lot of LED lights to make these. And it's a ghost, so there's not much to say about a ghost. Besides, they, like, flash the light, which is a cool feature to have in the night while in your graveyard during Halloween night. Moving on to the next prop. This is our next prop, the 6-foot animated standing witch. I like how big the mouth movement is. It seems like there might be a speaker in the mouth, actually, which is a cool feature. If it is actually a speaker back there, I like it. Then you can see her. She's straight out of, like, a classic witch. She has a rotating head, black robe, and a normal witch's hat, except with a purple thing on the hat. Purple stripe. You can see it here. It's really cool. See the nails here. And the light up eyes. I love those light up eyes that, like, shine very bright, because then you can see them in the dark. I feel like this one you can't really see in the dark though, except the eyes, which it tends to happen a lot with animatronics. They think that might be lit up well, but then a lot of the times in haunts they don't have much lights, and then it's hard to see. So I'd suggest putting more lights on the animatronics so people can see them. I really like her, except I hope these arms are posable, because I don't really like the pose of them being crossed over each other. I don't know what else to say about her, so the next prop is a Cauldron, a purple one. This one I'm not going to say much because I looked at it last year. It's very detailed. These props are really detailed. That's what I like about them. You can see it here. Like, look how detailed this prop is right here. It's just really cool. It goes good with all the witches, which I like witchet props actually. They're really cool. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to say much, so moving on to the next Home Depot prop.
Tell us all how it is that you've ended up in our company.
They have inside props now. So this is Dean the Deathologist. You can see him here. I love the flowing drink that he has. It's really, I love it because it actually, from a far distance, looks like it's actually pouring. Like this, we have an image. Oh yeah, 6 feet. Watch here. Like, look how that actually looks like it's floating in the air, like it's pouring into the cup from a distance, which I can't get enough with. It's so cool. It looks like it's LED. It is LED because Home Depot uses a lot of LEDs each year. I can tell. He's a perfect bar prop. Like I said about the lights, I like how he is like Grim and has that rotating head mouth movement. I wish the body rotated, but it's fine. He's really cool for a bar. Nevertheless, I love the red eyes on him too. Though those will light him up. He's an indoor prop though. Oh, I was just about to say next prop. I guess they already did it for me. Animated Oogie Boogie. I think this is a cool thing. Licensed. Home Depot doesn't do much, like any license for Halloween. This is something I feel like some companies should have done before, because they made Jack Skeleton, and they made, I can't remember what the other one's name was. I like the dice he's holding too, and I believe this is burlap for his costume, because he says that it shines through the burlap, like the lights here, and the purple eyes for other LED lights I like too, and the mouth movement isn't that big, which is good because he sings a song that's also copyright, so I can't play it. You can see it here. He goes from side to side, which is a cool touch too. Definitely good for inside, like he has it inside. And you can see him talking here. I don't like that every time he opens his mouth though, the purple eyes flash with it. This is a thing a lot of props do. It doesn't fit. If you want to make it look realistic, keep the eyes on or maybe turn them off the time it would take for an average person to blink. That would work better. Because a lot of the time they flash with the mouth. Do you do that in real life or with anything? Does the animal just flash while it's moving the mouth? Like, I can't even do it, really. Like, no, it doesn't. So that's just something, like, a lot of props do that. I don't like it much, but not about the prop, but the mouth. These are the Halloween classics. You can see them here. A lot of pumpkins. I like this pumpkin, to be exact. I like the pumpkins that have like the mouth covered, and then it looks like there's flames inside, because they like go up and down with the lights. Those are really cool. I like it. Definitely classic. Like, yeah, this one. See it here? It's covered, and then the lights like flashing inside to make it look like a flame. That I like. We're moving on to the graveyard now, so here we go. I'm a big graveyard fan. We do a graveyard every year. Something I've been doing forever. It's actually besides the garage part, graveyard is definitely my favorite every year. You can see here they have stone tombstones this year, and they have a lot of graveyard animatronics here, like a lot of skeletons. I can't express that enough. There's a lot of skeletons. Here we have 12-foot skeleton. Classic. Obviously, he's a classic. You can see him. A lot people give him the name 12-foot skeleton, but the real name is 12-foot giant. I forgot what it was. DGIs on this guy. I've seen so many houses have this guy. Because he's a good seller and fits well if you don't know what to do really with your yard. Here's the 8-foot animated Smoldering Reaper. I love his chest, how it's like red flames and it's flaming up and down. Like I said before, that is something I love about these kind of props. I like the head, how it rotates all around with the mouth movement. I don't think his body rotates. No, it doesn't. I also like his eyes. They seem like actual bulbs. For this guy, if you look closely at them, they actually look like big bulbs. Oh, here's a coffin, which is really cool. You can see it use a piston to push it open. I think it's set to a timer, probably. You can put a skeleton in there. We actually don't have much skeletons, which is the funny thing. We have more gravestones than skeletons. It's true. This skeleton I actually saw last year. I believe he's the same price as a DGI skeleton, which was selling for $50 in Canada, by the way. So, would I say it's worth the same price? Probably not. You can see it here. It has LED red. I almost said eyes. Lights shining on the skeleton. Whatever you put in there, actually, you could put anything in there. It doesn't come with the skeleton.
Come closer. You will be the next I collect.
Here's the 4-foot animated Goblin. That's the same height as Shorty from Spirit Halloween. He's a good reference if you want to do 4 feet, because he's a pretty memorable one to me, at least. Here he is. You can see him talking. He's got a good mouth movement, rotating head. Looks like it from Shrek. You can see he talks, and then all of a sudden, I love jump scare props. It pops out in like 2 seconds, the skeleton. Jump scare props are my favorite of all time. They're just an amazing type of prop. I like how he like pulls it out too. Like the skeleton doesn't lunge up. He pulls it out, which is the cool part. The bag is actually a pretty good bag. Seems like they have more leather face animatronics this year. Here's another one. 7-foot animated Terry the Clown. I'm losing my breath talking about this. Okay. You can see him here. He's one of those ones that rotate the body and he goes down, talks. His head rotates from side to side while moving the mouth, which is a lot of motors. I don't know if his hands no, his hands don't move, which is a good move. You can see him here. He's really, really cool. Here I already talked about the tombstones. So we're going to move on to the Okay, here's something we didn't look at though. They have stuff like vultures that are skeletons now. I think they had them before though, actually. The poodle they did have before, I remember. It barks. I like this green pumpkin here. I don't know if they're gonna. I want that. It's cute, but also not cute. Home Depot's probably like one of the only places that their pumpkins aren't like not scary. Because a lot of other places they have the smiley faces and stuff for the pumpkins. Home Depot has scary pumpkins, which I like. 'Cause I'm a scary fan. Alright, here is wait for it, 15 feet towering Phantom. That is so tall. That is insane. 15 feet is half of the size of, you can see it here, half the size of a house. Of an average American home, which is like 20 feet. You can see it here. He has LED lights on his arm, in his mouth, that flaming feature that I like. One on the hand, I think. I love how this guy's good for wind because the cloak that he is wearing, like, it sways in the wind, which is a cool idea. That's one thing I like about the wind, when it like does that with clothing. It makes it look so creepy. Really tall. Glad it's not an inflatable. A lot of those big props are inflatables. Now, they're actually saying that, okay, you can see those here, and we're about to look at the first, like, animated prop that's tall that actually does stuff. Like, because all these are the ones that are static. Here is the Immortal Werewolf. He howls, and he does have DG eyes as well. You can see his feet here. He's plastic. You can see him howl here. The lights inside the mouth turn off when he closes his mouth, which, I don't know, but it's kind of the same thing with Oogie Boogie, that it doesn't make much sense. But this was Home Depot's lineup this year. I'm Hanfinder. Keep checking out the videos to see the latest news of Halloween. And make sure to stay Halloween. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next haunting video. Bye.